Stak only gonna listen but to so many people.
Right.
And when the temperature goes to 1 to 10, those people are very important. It's a responsibility to you to Stak to be
Yep.
that person
Hold it down
when you're
for him.
around. I really feel
Hmm.
like that when I'm with Pete.
Welcome back to Unplugged, our weekly look around sports, culture, and entertainment. Jack, I want to start with a salute to you. You received something pretty special this past week, the Presidential Medal of Freedom, all the way from Port Arthur to the White House. Obviously, this is in conjunction with the George Floyd rally that you spearheaded and other things you've done in the community. Can you break us down about your evening and what that was like?
Shout out to Dr. Nicola Mitchell and the Girls Who Brunch tour. They and also my sister Queen Yasada. I wasn't expecting this, Matt. I do a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying, before the George Floyd and after for communities, and I'm just, I was always taught treat people how you want to be treated. But to get a lifetime achievement award, I still don't know the magnitude of it. Everybody tells me like this one of the highest honors you can get. But for the people that honored me and the people that thought about me, to give me this award, bro, and to acknowledge me to the president and vice president, I think that was the biggest thing for me. So just to know that everything I've done in my life, good and bad, to where I'm at today, where I'm receiving a lifetime achievement award. When I didn't get all the awards that I wanted in basketball, I think that I put this one at the top, Matt,
This is
because
bigger.
I got an award for doing something that don't benefit me. So I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate
This
it.
is bigger. A high achievement for a high human being. Congratulations, bro. Memorial weekend. Hope you had a good time with your family, man. We barbecued, got to slip and slide out on the backside of the hill. Kids ran into the fence, ran into the pool. We swam, we drank, smoked a little bit, ate some good food, man. So we had a good time. Hope you did
Yes,
as
sir.
well. Jack, something we don't normally talk about, but one positive thing you either saw in life or social media this past week.
Well, I'm actually I've been trying to look for this page, but it's a guy that comes on this page every day, man, and it's not just the normal motivation. You know what I'm saying? He actually goes out every day. The guy's from Toronto, Canada, somewhere. He goes out every day and actually gives money to people, but he do it in a different way. He goes up and make it to them and make it seem like he's struggling to see if they're gonna help him. And you see how so many people in this world have good hearts and they actually help him, but he end up blessing them with $10,000, $15,000 just to see it do it. So I think when I saw that page yesterday, dog, I think that's the goodness that I saw in the world, because it's good people out here, bro. And if it was more people like this, the world, that's why I always say it's not rocket science. The world would be in a better place. So that was refreshing for me to see, what I'm saying, on social media, because it's so much bullshit. There's so many pages now on social media that's just spewing up fake stuff, not knowing the stories ain't real. So that was refreshing to see.
It's I feel like when we were coming up in the '90s and the early 2000s, like I stopped watching news because it was always just so negative. You watch your
Mm-hmm.
local news, everything is negative, nothing positive, and I feel like unfortunately that's where we got with this social media climate. It's just negativity on top of negativity on top of negativity. You look at someone like Caitlin Clark, and she has to take the social media cleanses because
Yeah,
people are just so negative. So
negative.
I unfortunately I didn't run across anything positive. But I do search and do enjoy seeing it because, like you said, there are a lot of great people out here with real hearts and do good things. But I think the bullshit overshadows it, and that's what the people want to see, the
Right.
bullshit. So I'm gonna keep searching, but I'm glad you found something to uplift you and someone who's uplifting others, which is special. Man, just in
Just
unfortunate
there.
situation.
Just said his
Rest in
name.
peace to the great UCLA center, Portland Trailblazer, and Boston Celtic Bill Walton has passed away after a long bout with cancer. Man, that's unfortunate, man. Jeez. He used to call by UCLA games. Shout out Luke and the rest of the family, man. Sending you guys love and prayers and light. Man, cancer thing is no joke, man. So rest in peace to the great Bill Walton. In other news, tour update. Unfortunately, we will not be able to make it to Detroit. I got some legal issues going on, but we will be in Chicago June 4th. So make sure you lock in All the Smoke times Knuckleheads in Chicago. You can go to allthesmokeproductions.com/tour for your tickets. Don't miss out. Definitely looking forward to getting out to Chicago and enjoying the vibe out there. Make sure you guys catch us tonight. Mavs Wolves live watch along game 4. 3rd edition of Certified Smoke this year. Should be a good one. Myself, Stak, Ticket, and OG Burnt, Paul Pierce.
The truth.
Make sure you guys tap in. You won't be sorry. Now we'd like to welcome to the show one of our OGs, one of our big homies, one of the greatest to ever do it. Welcome to Unplugged. Tonight we'll be going to his compound and doing a special Certified Smoke watch along.
Yes, sir.
Excited about that. Ticket, what's been going on, man? How's the show been going with you and Paul? And what else is going on with you right now?
You already know, man. We steady rocking. Checking out all these games, watching all this greatness go right before our eyes. Trying to give our takes on it. Trying to, keep the dope content coming. Yeah. Trying to keep up with you guys. What's been up with y'all?
Shit. Same old, man. Just same old. Building. Looking forward to Certified Smoke. It's always one of my favorite shows.
Hey,
big
fella. When we come together.
Big fella, I ain't surprised I ain't seen you in the building yet.
You know what? Everybody was on me about getting to a game, and I'm, if I'm keeping it a buck, bro, I don't want to come off like some bandwagon cat. You feel me? I'm always in spirit. No. I get it. I just can't up and just be somewhere these days. Like my younger days, I have responsibilities. So,
family,
I'm always, absolutely. I got,
yes,
I'm at a volleyball joint now. You understand? So,
yeah, we appreciate the time too.
Nah, but I'm here in spirit. I watch these games. I sit down. You know what I'm saying? I'm really locked in. I don't miss no T-Wolves, no Celtics games. I'm watching the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? But those who specifically, because I have a real intimate connection with those guys and talking to those guys and caring for those guys. So yeah, I'm watching with a different intent than I'm watching a lot of other teams.
I love it. We're going to get back to that. But 2 years into your journey with Certified, thoughts on it? Did you ever think you would take this route, and how have you enjoyed it?
Coming out of retirement, I didn't really have a specific on what I was going to go into. At the time, very similar to you guys, because we all hit at the same time, or it seemed like, when you going through that kind of cycle of what to get into. I think I had just got the offer to come do TNT for 3 years and start Area 21, where it was kind of like a thing before its time. And that gave me great coaching and great teachings in the lights of how podcasts and how digital works and how this whole thing works in productions and all that. So I decided to partner with some great partners in Content Cartel with Bo and Mike. And they had already been in content for a very long time. We started Content Cartel, and the rest it's been history. We built some dope stuff, but I got to give credit to that Turner interaction for 3 years for me. It really taught me a lot about the digital world and how to actually be on your own and how to survive out here, how viral works, how hot content, and really, really about how to really articulate in dialogue to the audience and articulating it to where they can understand it and put it in terms where you're not so traditional. We don't wear suits. We don't come suited and booted. We talking to the kid out there. This is more like a corner conversation. If you pull up on some blocks like in Linden, or if you somewhere and like in the BX, if you in Dykeman, if you somewhere in on Crenshaw or something, you may see a couple corner guys just sitting on the corner talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're a country boy down at SC at Springfield Park or something, you may catch this kind of conversation. And that kind of conversation that me and P have is really, really contingent to a lot of guys that we know when we sit around, Matt and Stak, and we talking basketball, and there ain't nobody in the room, and we blowing, and it's the atmosphere, and it's the environment. Those are the conversations that we really, really, really get a lot of fans tapping into, because those are the guys that want to have that kind of conversation. When you looking from afar, you like, whoa, what they talking about? Man, that look crazy. And you get up on it, and it's just a bunch of spirited, passionate guys, and that's how guys talk. So we've learned and got a formula to that, and we haven't really seen more people take that chance, because it is a way you got to do it. It is a way that It's got a formula to it, and yeah, we're enjoying it, man. Pete
Yeah.
crazy, so it makes my job a little easy.
Right.
You know, you got
Yeah.
crazy ass Stak, so you already know. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers
Yeah.
who really are kings in what they say in their words and what they bring. You got to honor it because he brings a
Yeah.
whole nother light to it. So yeah, we
Yeah.
work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Freaking frat, we work.
Yeah. Speaking of P, I mean, this dude's almost lost his finger, fell in the pool the other day at his daughter's birthday party. What has it been like, kind of not rekindling, because you guys have always been straight, but just your guys' chemistry? I always say that the secret to these shows are the chemistry with your partner. And obviously, Jack and I have a special chemistry, but you and Paul's chemistry is unbelievable. And it's literally humor within anger and frustration sometimes and comedy. So, talked about your guys' chemistry and what it's been like getting back together with P.
So Matt, you know this. Stak only gonna listen, but to so many people.
Right.
And when the temperature goes to 1 to 10, those people are very important because when you got a friend that can go to 0 to 100 and ain't really thinking about the consequences, it's probably 3, 4 people that's on that list, right? It's a
Facts.
responsibility to you to Stak to be
Yep.
that person
Hold it down
when you're
for him.
around. I really feel
Mm-hmm.
like that when I'm with P. I'm the friend that tells P, nah, that ain't cool. Oh, nah, P, that
That
I ain't
ain't
feeling
it.
that. Nah, P, no, I don't care. I get it. No, nah, not that one. And you need those friends because
Yeah.
Paul got a bunch of motherfuckers that bow to him, and he P. We all bow
Mm-hmm.
to him. And we all want the best for him. But sometimes some of the stuff ain't it. So it's just my opinion. He a
Mm-hmm.
grown man. He gonna do what he want to do anyways, and vice versa. He'll say something to me that I wasn't necessarily thinking about, or he'll bring up a point to where I really wasn't locked into, and I honor him for that because you need real ones around you, bro.
Yep.
We're not professionals.
Mm-hmm.
In the states of that we're human, we make mistakes. We have human emotions. Sometimes we emotional, and you need those real ones around you to tell you real stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm God grateful for Pete, man. Straight up, just like you off a Stak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? It's a real
Absolutely.
brand.
Switching over to the playoffs right now. Wolves on the brink of elimination tonight. Couple different storylines. I mean, Cat struggling from the 3-point line, shooting 13%. Anthony Edwards, to me, has looked gassed, only shooting 38% from the field. Luka and Kyrie have taken it to another level. And then the young boy Lively has been really live. Tyson Chandler 2.0. What has jumped out to you about this series?
Man, I don't want to make this long-winded, but I want to go somewhere with y'all for a second. Y'all tap in with me for 2 seconds. Y'all
We
gonna
here.
feel this. So, Stak, Matt, you know what I was thinking about as I was watching the Young Wolves? Two things. I'm gonna make a two-part. I don't want to stress this, but hear me, feel me. Bro, I'm watching the Young Wolves play hard and I'm watching them give a solid effort, but it made me think like this. And the Young Wolves ain't never been here before. I mean, their bodies. I mean, their mental. So the Michael Jordan effect is two effects. Michael Jordan changed the effect of how you came into training camp. A lot of, if you look at yesteryear's times, a lot of guys used to come into training camp and get in shape during training camp. Mike Jordan effects changed it to where you came in to camp
Ready.
in camp ready, and it
Mm-hmm.
changed the whole mechanism of the league. So much that coaches, GMs, ownership expected you to come in ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
I say the second part to that was that his effect when he left for baseball, he came back and he started playing in the summertime with Antoine Walker, a bunch of young guys that was in my time. And what he was doing was the guys that were just coming off or just didn't make the playoffs or just coming out of the playoffs, he was making them play up to July 1st. And I said, why July 1st? Because that's when the finals went through. The finals went through almost June 18th, June 19th. But Mike Jordan taught all of us to play through July 1st. You know why? Because you want to continue to watch the games and keep that vision in your head of whatever you're chasing. You want to be able to condition your body and condition yourself so that you continue to play throughout these. I bet the Minnesota Timberwolves wasn't conditioned and their bodies are not conditioned to go
Mm.
past May, bro. Just because
Mm.
they're usually on vacation right now.
Never
They're
been there.
usually chilling.
Mm-hmm.
Their bodies subconsciously have not been here. So this is
Mm-hmm.
part of the process. Bro, when you look at everybody's process, look how hard it took Mike 8 years to get there. It took Cole 5, 6 years to get there. It took Bron, man, when you look at everybody's duration, those guys had to go through something to reprogram their bodies from one
Mm-hmm.
stage to another. Bro, when I went through what I went through in '04 and I thought I could beat Kobe and Shaq, I got there and the realness of it was, damn, I can't beat them with Sam on a broken hip and a half-ass whatever. I need more weapons, and then it hit me. Damn, I'm not really conditioned to be here or to go beyond this. And I was tired. I had decent-ass series, but it wasn't enough to dethrone the king. You feel me? Detroit later on went on to beat the Lakers 4-1. So by the time I got to '08, I was already conditioned on the vision, and I was already conditioned with the body and what I was going to do when I got my situation or when I got my chance. So much that I played so different in '08 just because of what I went through in '04. And I seen that going through with the same Wolves, man. This first mark of success in their eyes is something to feed off of, is something to grow.
Yep.
You understand? So now that when they go back, I actually, listen, they're probably not going to win this series, but I'm glad they got a taste of this. So now they know what to build off of.
Yep.
Anthony Edwards gets a summer. He gets to rest a little bit because a rejuvenated cat and Anthony Edwards is really your foundation. And that's important. Another thing to Minnesota's ownership, make sure in these Olympics that these Olympic coaches do not play Anthony Edwards. You hear what I'm saying to you? Because it'd be a lot of those little games that people don't really talk about, bro. You get in the Olympics and we're supposed to be this 12-man roster of superstars, but yeah, I'm playing the bulk of the minutes. 40 minutes. I'm playing 36 minutes. Flip had to call and be like, hey, look, I get it. But yeah, we got a season 2 and you know, like real talk. Nobody's talking about that. You feel me? That perspective is a real one. So I'm just throwing these parodies out to say that this is part of the young Timberwolves process, and I really feel like this is what you got to go through to be able to go to the next level.
I think that's a great point too, Ticket, because I feel like they match up very well. It's just coming down to closing. You know, them last 3-4 minutes, last 2 minutes, you're seeing what Luka and Kyrie have done, and they've both been. Although Luka's been to the Western Conference Finals, Kyrie's won a championship and been in the finals before. They know what it takes to close, and you see these small, subtle mistakes down the stretch by Minnesota, overpassing or jacking up threes and not getting good looks when the teams are making runs. And I just think, like you said, I think the experience from this is definitely going to serve them well in the future.
And listen, another point, do we understand? I mean, Stak, you play with J Kidd, bro. Do we understand that J Kidd, the maniacal, we have not given J Kidd enough credit. J Kidd once was one of the best manipulators, point guards that can break down any off defense in the league. Now, granted, he can't come out here and do this stuff himself, but when you watch Luka, it's so much J Kidd in Luka's game, the no-look lobs. I didn't say J Kidd had a step back like Luka, and I'm not calling them the same players, but I see Jason Kidd's influence in both Kyrie and Luka in their decision-making as they come off screens, as they come off being aggressive. Kyrie pulling up. Like, I'm watching it. I see J Kidd with the joystick, pushing R1, crossover, there, joystick, up, left. I see him. I see his making all of this, bro. We need to give a lot more credit to J Kidd. And then he's reincarnated Tyson Chandler. He's lively. In
he got two Tyson Chandlers.
Gatlin, bro, he got 2 Tyson. Bro, I've never seen so many dunks and lobs in a series ever. And when have we ever seen 2? Not 1, 2 sweeps in conference finals.
Bro, yeah, KG, and that's what I wanted to touch on too. Like I was gonna touch on that, like the coaching wise, like. You talk about the team being young. Shit, the coach over there being young too, because he hasn't just really made great adjustments from series to series. J Kidd has. You can't play the same way against Denver as you play against Dallas. It's 2 different type of teams. It's 2 different offenses. So I see J Kidd really out coaching Minnesota's coach, bro. And that, you know what I'm saying? Minnesota's coach has done a great job up to this point. But the situation he put Ann in, you don't even know what it guard. You done took him off Kyrie because you see Kyrie draining him. Now you putting him on somebody else. Now it's kind of too late in the series to be making these changes because Dallas know where they got you. They got the knife in you already. All they got to do is pull it out now. So J Kidd has done a great job with making adjustments and putting this team in position to be up 3-0. I think Minnesota coach didn't make an adjustment from the last series.
First off, I would have never put Anthony Edwards on Kyrie.
Ever.
I would have put his pride to the side, and his offense would have prioritized. I would because without scoring, the Timberwolves can't just go off defense alone. They have to turn them turnovers over to points. I didn't think they. I see the difference in the road McDaniel and the home McDaniel. Obviously, your road players play better at home, but
Mm-hmm.
I've seen zero adjustments. I didn't think Rudy Gobert should have played in this series.
Mm-hmm.
As
And I
much.
say that I say because if you're giving up live dunks and guys are being able to, if you haven't had a chance to put a presence on the game, then you're hurting them. And I see
Mm-hmm.
them playing faster when he's off the floor. I would have went smaller. I would
Nice
have put
read.
speed against speed, and I would have put a bigger guy. I damn near would have put. I mean, Jay McDaniel. Listen, the shit Luka doing the shit. Kyrie, you can't even. It's greater offense over greater defense,
Yeah.
bro. It's nothing they can do. I would actually take the ball out of their hands and make Washington Jr., make Jones Jr., and make
Yep.
Lively beat me. I would have
Yeah.
these par players beat me, but they are. Washington Jr. is
Playing
hitting the
well.
corner three.
Playing
Jones
well.
is getting air ones and going to the cup. And Lively
Mm-hmm.
got like
Yep.
15 dunks. He's perfect in the whole series.
Right.
I'm like,
Yeah.
you're not taking nothing away. And I'm surprised there ain't no hard fouls, my dude. Where the hard?
Yeah.
I'd have been gave a hard foul right now.
No,
And
for sure.
lobs,
No.
bro, it's too, bro. Let's sit for a second. Look at the Pacers Celtics series. I've never seen so many layups and dunks in my life, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, when the league gave up physicality for points, man, no, I ain't
It
even gonna
sucked.
say water. I don't want to say watered
Yeah,
down, but yeah,
man,
man.
it
Hey,
did,
let's
dog.
Listen,
It
hey
you're
let's
did.
let's
gonna
let's
have to
Yeah.
let
play defense. Whatever team plays
yeah.
defense is going to win the finals. I don't care
Yeah.
what it is. I don't care if it
Yeah.
looks sloppy, if it's not attractable. It is what it is. Defense wins, bro.
No question.
And man, real talk. And
Yeah.
you know what we're not talking about too? Dallas gets stops when they need it. Man,
Facts.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Dallas gets
sir.
Facts.
calmly, and they
Yeah.
do a great job of hiding Kyrie and hiding Luka. Hey, y'all sit
Yep.
over here. Let y'all, and then we're gonna use our three dogs: Washington Jr., Jones Jr. Come on, Lively, y'all get up in these pick and rolls and switch, and do. And then they bring
Mm-hmm.
in Green. Man, J Kidd is diabolical with this, bro.
Mm.
I've been watching. I was like, holy snap! Minnesota has no idea what's going on.
I think before we head off to the next series, real quick, I want both your guys' takes on Kyrie Irving. Someone who it's never been a question about his talent on the court and his skill level on the court. It's been his mental and I guess happiness or at peace with it. I mean, we're seeing the best Kyrie Irving we've seen, and the
Yeah,
fact that he's been able to. I think I don't know if it was an old interview or a new interview where he said he can play next to the best players in the world. Him and Luka are incredible right now. And obviously, we mentioned the J Kidd effect and how great their role players are, but Kyrie Irving has been on another planet. And the fact that you can have a Luka, and as soon as Luka wants to give it up to somebody else, that next person he's giving up to is Kyrie, and there's zero drop off when that happens. So, what, Jack? I'll start with you. What do you think has been the key to just beautiful basketball that Kyrie Irving's been playing?
Well, for me, I just look at it as different because like I said, we've been there. I'm not even close and never was the player Kyrie is, but from the side of it where I'm comfortable where I can just play basketball. Like that's all the difference to me. Like you look at me, I had my best years where I could just be me in Golden State. Don Nelson be me in Charlotte. Larry Brown and Coach Silas let me be me. They just let me play basketball. When people when everything outside the court is not brought on the court by other people and not you, you can just play. And that's the thing with Kyrie. He's free. He loved playing the game. He loved being him. I just want to play basketball, and I can do it at the highest level. But y'all take everything, me living my personal life and the way I feel, and bring it on the court. I'm not the one doing that. Y'all doing that. So now, Matt, he's just playing basketball. And the same people that was degrading him, the same people that saying to kick him out the league, the same people saying suspend him, don't sell his, burn his jerseys, all that, are the same people supporting him now because it's not nothing he's doing different. He's playing basketball. He's still doing the same thing, but y'all letting him be his own person outside. The Mavericks are. We talked to Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban, them, they love Kyrie. They know he a free thinker, but they letting him be him because they know one thing about it. If you let him be him,
Ooh,
he gonna
look
come out
out.
and play basketball.
Look
You know what
out.
I'm saying? You let and that's what it is. So I love the fact that he's with J Kidd like KG was talking about because KG been there. I mean, J Kidd been there. They're one of the best point guard ever. He been through a lot of stuff in his career, not to the level, the magnitude of Kyrie, but he's been through different things, so he understands it. Kyrie's in the best situation he can be with an understanding owner like Mark Cuban and a coach that's been there, that's one of the best players in the game ever. I think this is what you see when you're comfortable, you happy, and people are treating you with respect, and you're giving that same respect back.
Ticket.
yeah. To piggyback what Jack talking about, he looks at peace. I think he's said less. I think saying less. has helped him. And also, let's just be honest. Brooklyn's a different climate than Dallas. He's from Jersey. He's from that area. The Nets and the Brooklyn Nets ownership group is a very different group, and they have their own beliefs, if you understand what I'm saying, right?
Right.
So that was more about that more than anything, So it was good that he was able to change up his environment. And I think in the sense of being in a different environment, he's succeeded and he's thriving. Now, in this whole run, Kyrie's peace has not been disturbed. He looks very vibrant. He looks very calm and very, very Kobe-ish, if I'm able to use it respectfully.
Yes.
Some of the big shots look confident. He looks there. He looks very present, right? The only question is coming up in this final round of the finals. Let's just say scenario-wise, it is the Boston Celtics. This will be the most challenging because it's just the finals and because of the relationships in the past of his actions and things that he done in Boston and left Boston the way he left it. The narrative there is there for all of that to be restored. Can he keep his peace in this hectic energy? Can he keep his peace in this hectic environment? He made it about race. He came out and said that, some things happened race-wise and all of that and blah, blah, blah. That's going to tap into your, I'm just saying it to say that
these are all facts, KG.
That's all I'm saying here. And all this coming up, bro, is going to play a part. Like I've never seen in none of the series, any of his peace or his vibration be changed, him heightened. I think Ant calling him out actually activated him. I think Ant, him said he was holding his kid and then hearing that and he sat up, bro. But you let a sleeping dog sleep. You know what I'm saying? So he should thank Ant for that. But this is going to be another level of, I think, encouragement. And I think this is going to be another level for him of him trying to embrace something and keeping a certain level of steadiness and calmness. Because, I think
he can unlock another level of Kyrie if he mastered this one, KG.
Listen. If they're able to go into the finals, if the Mavericks and Celtics meet in the finals, and then there's some parity there too with Porzingis and Luka. You know what I'm saying? Like no one's talking about that. They got a little history. And I think Luka kind of alluded that he didn't have any heart. And, so it's going to, listen, I'm seeing the narrative shift right before our eyes.
Fireworks.
Let's get it, bro. Let's get it, though. Let's get it.
So, Ticket, before we get you out of here, the media seems to think that the Celtics have not been challenged yet due to the injuries they faced along the way. What are your thoughts?
Man, listen, this is what I had a problem with, everybody. The niggas on the road. You're supposed to get your ass beat on the road, dog. You're down on the road. Okay. So you're playing the home team at home. The home team is beating your ass like they're supposed to. They came back and they beat you. Listen, it's not the Celtics' fault that niggas is getting hurt. It's not the Celtics' fault that people are dropping like flies. It goes back to my subconscious. Halliburton, them ain't played this far into May, bro. They ain't, man. Listen, what I'm getting mad at is that no one in the basketball world is respecting the process of these young stars having to go through the process. And we're in the middle of those players in the process. Their bodies, you remember when you was in high school and you went to college and you got to college and they made you lift weights? You know why they was doing that? Because you had to acclimate your body to the college level of play. You got in college, you came to the pros, same thing. They made you get stronger for the league. This is one of those processes that you got to go through so that you can go deep into the playoffs and have some vision. That's all this is. So it's not the Celtics' fault. What do you mean not challenged? To be on the road down 18 ain't a challenge? This is where the basketball people start to separate. This is where the water and oil start to separate. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Bro, to be somebody on the goddamn road, be down 18 is a monster. You got to be a monster to do that. Fuck out of here. Y'all don't know what the fuck going on.
They talking about Halliburton too. Really, McConnell and Naismith been playing better than Halliburton the whole playoffs anyway. So their best players are on the court. Halliburton ain't been playing that well. He been turning the ball over in clutch moments. His shot ain't just been falling. You know what I'm saying? Siakam been here and there. The best players, McConnell has been their best, most consistent player through the whole playoffs, bro. So I don't want to hear they talking about we didn't have Halliburton. The guys that have been playing the best was on the court. They was up 18.
And the Pacers got majority of their whole team.
All these excuses, I don't want to hear
them. The Pacers got majority of their whole team. You know what I'm saying? They went up against a depleted Knick team, all that other stuff. Everybody got here. They here, right? I don't want to hear none of that other stuff. It ain't on the Celtics to who got hurt and all that stuff. They're getting the best
Right.
fight from the players that are on the floor from the Pacers, and that's all that matters. So you know what? It's what it is, and they're battle tested to be able to come
Been
down,
there.
be down 18 on the road, and shit, that's something. I don't know
Been
what
there.
everybody think that is. I don't know if you just think you can click the microwave button and in a minute it's heated.
Nah.
Nah, this
Not in the
ain't
Eastern
that,
Conference
bro.
Finals.
Nah, bro. You got to put the ball in the basket and you got to convert it. You got to get stops and then you got to be able to win and hit free throws. That's
Yes,
how I
sir.
go. So
Before we
yeah,
get you out of here, what does this mean to Jason Tatum, someone who I feel is overlooked in the grand scheme of things as one of the best players in the world? He's been to the Eastern Conference Finals a whole handful of times in his short career. What would it mean to him to get over this hump?
I think it puts him in another class. I think it puts him ahead of his peers. And in those peers, I'm looking at Anthony Edwards. I'm looking at the Cats. I'm looking at the Maxis, the Embiids. You know, he has a young class that he's in that every one of those guys I just named is trying to separate themselves. And that separation is is when you start winning championships. Paolo, you know, the young people, the young guys down in Miami, the young OKC Thunder, you know, Shea and the Jalen Greens and the Jabaris. You know, it's a bunch of young guys that's in a group that everybody's trying to see, hey, how can I take the next step? And the next step is winning. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum have a chance to be able to start that process. They are the most, out of all the young guys, they are the most worthy. They've had more conference finals and more playoff experience more than any of those young guys. So this is part of the process. I think they're up next. This is their chance to kind of create their own dynasty in these next 3 to 4 years. This is it right here. This is their window.
I love it. Well, Ticket, we appreciate you. We'll see you tonight. You can catch Certified Smoke on all the Smoke Productions YouTube. Starts at 5:15 Pacific. We'll see y'all there. All right, bro. Appreciate your help, man.
My dog. I see
Good
y'all
luck to
later,
your
yo.
daughters. Jack, before we get out of here, Apple Music is at it again. Their top 100 albums in history was released. And I'm going to give you the top 10, and we're going to nitpick. Coming in at number 10, Beyonce and Lemonade, Nirvana, Nevermind, Amy Winehouse, Back to Black, Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City, Stevie Wonder, Songs in the Key of Life, Frank Ocean, Blonde, Prince, Purple Rain, The Beatles, Abbey Road, Michael Jackson's Thriller comes in at number 2, and the number 1 album by Apple Music of all time is The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. You don't look happy, Jack. Every time we do this music, you don't really look that happy.
No, I'm shaking my head like, how can you go wrong? You got Miseducation, Lauryn Hill number 1, and Mike number 2. That's a great list. You can't go wrong.
So you are, but I'm gonna challenge you. I don't see no Jay-Z in here. I don't see no early.
Pac.
I don't see no Pac. I don't see no early.
That's the only thing I would change.
Kanye West. I don't see who else. I see Pac, Jay-Z.
I'm just going just Pac. Nobody else belongs in that top. Yeah, that top 10. I think Frank Ocean can come out of there, and
no Biggie.
Nah, no Biggie.
They didn't give us enough though.
Just Pac.
I think I've been seeing a lot of people question, but this was my shit when it came. Good Kid, Mad City. I think that was a great album. I think a lot of people are questioning that at number 7. Is it because of what just happened, or is it because he earned it? But I was a huge. I mean, that shit. I bumped that shit for a year straight.
You can't go wrong with Stevie Wonder and Prince either. All that, even the Beatles and Nirvana, all that's solid.
Nirvana was my high school. I went to high school with all white kids. They was always bumping that Nirvana.
Yeah, you can't go against the Beatles. Come on now.
Congratulations to everybody who made the list, particularly the top 10. Man, shout out Lauryn Hill. I'm still sad, Jack. We only got one from her. Hopefully one day we'll get another one. Just throw another one out
but that lets you know how cold she is, dog.
One album.
One album. Y'all hold that for life.
All time. Like some motherfuckers have put out 50 albums, 30 albums, 20 albums.
And can't get one that good.
She put out one that changed the game. So shout out Miss Lauryn Hill.
No skips. Come on the show, please.
That'd be dope. What would be your personal? Would you change number 1? Or do you have a personal? You would keep it there?
I listen to that album all the time. She's one of my favorites. Michael Jackson number 2. I listen to that album too. So no, that's like I said. I'll put Pac in there and take Frank Ocean out.
Well, make sure you guys check us out on all the Smoke Production YouTube.
Yeah.
And the DraftKings Network.
You did.
We'll see y'all next week.